great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I am arrived in fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy. My trusty servant, well approved in all. Here let us breathe. And haply institute a course of learning and ingenious studies. And therefore, Tranio, for the time I study, virtue and that part of philosophy will I apply that treats of happiness by virtue specially to be achieved. Tell me thy mind, for I have Pisa left and am to Padua come. As he that leaves a shallow plash to plunge him in the deep.
Gentle master mine, I am at all affected as yourself. Glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, let us be no stoics. No profit grows where is no pleasure taken. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Gramercies, Tranio, well dost thou advise. But stay a while. What company is this?
Some show to welcome us to town.
I must be considered after all.
Gentlemen, importune me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Katharina, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio, will you anyway?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me among these mates?
Mates, maid? How mean you that? No mates for you unless you were of gentler, milder mold.
In faith, sir, you shall never need to fear, for sure it is not halfway to her heart, but if it were, doubt not her care should be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool.
Ow!
Oh! You from
From all such devils, good Lord deliver us.
And me too, good Lord.
Master, here's some good pastime toward. That wench is stark mad a wonderful froward.
But in the other's silence do I see maid's mild behavior and sobriety.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said, Bianca, get you in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee nevertheless, my girl.
a pretty pet. 'Tis best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Hark, Tranio, thou mayest hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell?
And make her bear the penance of her tongue.
Gentlemen, content ye. I am resolved. Bianca, go in. And for I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry. Schoolmasters will I keep within my house fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Signor Gremio, you know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind, and liberal to mine own children in good bringing up. And so, farewell. Katharina, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
And I trust I may go too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours if I knew not what to take and what to leave?
You may go to the devil's dam. Your gifts are so good, here's none will have you. My cake is dough on both sides. Yet for the love I bear my sweet Bianca. If I can light upon a fit man to teach her, I will wish him to her father.
So will I, Signor Gremio, but a word, I pray. Though the nature of our quarrel yet never brooked parle, know now upon advice, it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love. To labor and effect one thing specially.
What's that, I pray?
Marry, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband, a devil.
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkst thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio, though it pass your patience and mine to endure her laudarums. Why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on 'em, would take her with all faults, and money enough.
I cannot tell. I had as lief be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But come, it shall be so far forth friendly maintained, till by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband. Sweet Bianca! He that runs fastest gets the ring. How say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed, and would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid the house of her.
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love in idleness. And now in plainness do confess to thee, Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young, modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, you look so longly on the maid, perhaps you mark not what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes. I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay, then, 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, sir, awake. If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. The elder sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father rid his hands of her, master, your love must live a maid at home.
But art thou not advised he took some care to get her cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, merry am I, sir. And now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Master, for my hand, both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You would be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible. For who shall bear your part in being Padua here, Vincentio's son?
Basta, content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we be distinguished by our faces for man or master. Why, then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Uncase thee. Take my velvet hat and cloak. When Biendello comes, he waits on thee. But I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
In brief, sir, sith it your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he. Although I think 'twas in another sense. I am content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves. And let me be a slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye.
Here comes the road.
Sirrah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now, where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Are you stolen his or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I, for my escape, have put on his. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and fear I was descried. Wait you on him, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Aye, sir. Narrow wit.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
Oh, the better for him. Would I were so too.
When I am alone, why then I am Tranio, but in all places else, your master Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One thing more rests that thyself execute, to make one among these wooers. If thou ask me why, sufficeth my reasons are both good and weighty.
for a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua. But of all, my best beloved and approved friend Hortensio, and I trow... This is his house. Here, Sir Grumio. Knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom shall I knock? Is there any man has rebuked your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say knock me at this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master's grown quarrelsome. Ha! I should knock you first, then I know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Fate, sirrah, you'll not knock, I'll ring it. I'll try how you can soul, bar, and sing it.
Help, masters, help! My master is mad!
Now knock when I bid you, sirrah, villain.
How now, what's the matter? My old friend Grumio, and my good friend Petruchio. How do you all at Verona?
Signor Hortensio, come you to part the fray?
Oh, rise, Grumio, rise, we will compound this quarrel.
If this be not lawful cause for me to leave his service, look you, sir, he bid me knock him and rap him soundly, sir. Well, is it fit for a servant to treat his master so?
Senseless villain. Good, Hortensio, I bade the rascal knock upon your gate and could not get him for my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate? Oh, heavens! Spake you not these words plain? Sirrah, knock me here and rot me here, knock me well and knock me soundly, and come you now with knocking at the gate?
Sirrah, be gone. Or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience, I am Grumio's pledge. Why, there's a heavy chance twixt him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant, Grumio. But tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua? Here from old Verona.
Such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. And I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Oh, crowns in my purse I have.
Ha!
And goods at home.
Ha!
And so I'm come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? And yet I promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. And therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, as wealth is burden of my wooing dance, be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sybil, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates, Xanthippe, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least affection's edge in me, were she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily.
Hey, look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to an old trot with not a tooth in her head, though she have as many diseases as 52 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young, and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is fault enough, is that she is intolerable cursed, and shrewd, and froward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace! Thou knowest not gold's effect. Tell me but her father's name, and 'tis enough, for I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crash.
Her father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, till I see her, and therefore let me be thus bold with you, to give you over at this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
Oh, I tell you what, sir, if she cross him but a little, he will throw a figure in her face, and so disfigure her with it, that she shall have no more eyes to see withal than a cat. Oh, you know him not, sir.
Oh, tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee. For in Baptista's keep my treasure is his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca. But now this order hath Baptista given, that none shall have access unto Bianca till Catherine the Cursed hath got a husband.
Catherine the Cursed! A title for a maid, of all titles the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me, disguised in sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca. that so I may, by this device, at least have leave and leisure to make love to her and unsuspected court her by herself.
Master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
Peace, Grumio, it is the rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
Hark you, sir. I'll have them very fairly bound, all books of love. See that at any hand, and see you read no other lectures to her. And let me have them very well perfumed, for she is sweeter than perfume itself to whom they go. What will you read to her?
Whatever I read to her, I'll plead for you. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words than you. Unless you were a scholar, sir.
Oh, this learning? What a thing it is. Oh, this woodcock, what an ass it is.
God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Know you whither I am going? To Baptista Minola, about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca. And by good fortune, I have lighted well on this young man. For learning and behavior fit for her turn, well read in poetry and other books. Good ones, I warrant ye.
'Tis well. And I have met a gentleman hath promised me to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress. So shall I no whit be behind in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
So beloved of me, and that my deed shall prove.
'Tis now no time to vent our love. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met will undertake to woo cursed Catherine. Yea, and to marry her if her dowry please.
So said, so done is well. Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I hear no harm.
Oh, sayest me so, friend. What country, man?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, my fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Oh, sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have a stomach, it's to it in God's name. Woo! You shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? Aye. I'll hang her.
Why came I hither but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with wind rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not in the pitched battle heard loud larums neighing steeds and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so harsh a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire?
Tush, tush.
Fear boys with bugs.
Well, he fears none. Hark, Hortensio. This gentleman is happily arrived.
I promised we would be contributors and bear his charge of wooing whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that he win her.
Would I were sure of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that has the two fair daughters. Is he, you mean?
Even he, Biendello.
Hark you, sir. You mean not her to
Woo? Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do? Biendello, let's away.
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to the maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, if without more words you will get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray on at the streets is free for me as for you.
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she is the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Gremio.
Do me this right, hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may more suitors have, and me for one.
Did you yet ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but here I do, that he hath two. The one is famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me, let her go by.
I leave
leave that labor to great Hercules.
The youngest daughter whom you hearken for, her father keeps from all excessive suitors and will not promise her to any man till the eldest daughter first be wed. The youngest then is free, not before.
If it be so, sir, then you are the man must stead us all, and me amongst the rest.
Sir, since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we all rest generally beholding.
Sir, I shall not be slack. In sign whereof, please ye, we may contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses to our mistress's health, and to his adversaries do in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends. Oh, excellent motion. Fellows, let's be gone.
Good sister, wrong me not. Not wrong yourself to make a bondmaid and a slave of me. I prithee, Sister Kate, untie my hands.
See thou dissemble not.
Whence grows this insolence? Oh, Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Go, ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou hilding of a devilish spirit. Why dost thou wrong her that did never wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
What in my life?
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband, and I must dance barefoot on her wedding day. And for your love of hollowed apes in hell,
Katharina.
talk not to me. I will go sit and weep till I have occasion for revenge.
Was ever gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes here?
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Grimeo. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir, pray, have you not a daughter called Katharina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katharina.
You are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Grimio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Licio.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Catherine, this I know, she is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Oh, mistake me not. I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son. Man well known throughout all Italy.
Oh, I know him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Saving your tales, Signor Petruchio, I pray, let us that are poor petitioners speak to Beccari. You are marvelous for word.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Grimio, I would fain be doing...
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your wooing. Neighbor, myself that have been more kindly beholding to you than any, freely give unto you this young scholar, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages as the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio.
1,000 thanks, Signor Grimio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Oh, pardon me, sir. The boldness is mine own, that being a stranger in this city here, to make myself a suitor unto your daughter, unto Bianca fair and virtuous, and toward the education of your daughters, I here bestow this simple instrument, and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, then their worth is great.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son to Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa. By report, I know him well. You are very welcome, sir. Take you the lute, and you the set of books. You shall go see your pupils presently. Hola within. Sirrah, lead these gentlemen to my daughters. Tell them both these are their tutors. Bid them use them well.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father well, and in him me left solely heir to all his lands and goods. Then tell me, if I win your daughter's love, what dowry shall I get with her to wife?
After my death... One half of all my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And, for that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survive me. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained, that is her love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing, for I tell you, Father, I am as peremptory as she proud-minded, and where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gust will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me, for I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Oh, well mayst thou woo, and happy be thy speed. But be thou armed for some unhappy word. Why, how now, my friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lute.
Why, then thou canst not break her to the lute.
I know, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with a most impatient devilish spirit, frets call you these, quoth she, I'll fume with them. And with that word she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way, and there I stood, amazed for a while. As on a pillory looking through the lute, while she did call me rascal, fiddler, and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as had she studied to misuse me so.
Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Well, go with me. And be not so discomfited. Proceed in practice with my younger daughter, for she is apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I will attend her here. And, woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail. Why, then I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown. Why, then I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not speak a word. Why, then I'll commend her volubility and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as if she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when be married. But here she comes. And now, Petruchio, speak! Good morrow. Kate? For that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing? They call me Katharina, that who talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate. And, Bonnie Kate. And sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom. Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate. For dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate. Take this of me, Kate, of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast it, come sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Come, you wasp, if faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy then is to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
It was not where a wasp doth wear his sting in his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours, if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Nay. Come again, good Kate. I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear. I cuff you if you strike again.
Use your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. If no gentleman, why then no arm?
Herald Kate, or put me in thy books.
What is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine, you crow too like a crane.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Well, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I cannot.
Nay, hear you, Kate, in sooth you scape not so.
I'll chafe you if I tarry, let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen. And now I find the Lord a very liar, for thou art pleasant gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will. Nor hast thou pleasantly crossing off, thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why doth the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world, Kate like the hazel twig is straight and slender, and brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thee walk, thou dost not halt.
No fool in whom thou keepst command.
Did ever Dian so become a grove as Kate this chamber with her princely gait? Oh, be thou Dian, and let her be Kate. Then let Kate be chaste and Dian sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
A witty mother witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife. Your dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me. For I am born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well. It were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Catherine? In your dumps.
Call you me, daughter. Now I promise you, you have showed a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and swearing Jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, 'tis thus yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy. For she's not hot, but tempered as the morn. She is not froward, but modest as a dove. And to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Hark, Petruchio. She says she'll see thee hanged first.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss, she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink, she won me to her love. Oh, you are novices. 'Tis a world to see. Oh, give me your hand, Kate. I will unto Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Provide the feast, father, and bid the guests. I will be sure my Catherine shall be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send thee joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Father and wife and gentlemen, adieu. I will unto Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things and fine array. And kiss me, Kate. We will be married on Sunday.
Was ever match clapped up so suddenly?
Please, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part and venture madly on a desperate mart. The gain I seek is quiet in the match.
But now, Baptista, to your younger daughter. Now is the day we long have looked for. I am your neighbor and was suitor first.
And I am one that loved Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Greybeard, thy love doth freeze.
But thine doth fry. Skipper, stand back.
'Tis age that nourisheth, but youth in ladies' eyes that flourisheth.
Content ye, gentlemen, I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds must win the prize, and he of both that can assure my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Say, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished in plate and gold. Basins and ewers to lave her dainty hands. My hangings all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers have I stuffed my crowns. In cypress chests my heiress counterpoint. Costly apparel, tents, canopies, fine linen. Turkey cushion bossed with pearl, valance of Venice gold and needlework, pewter and brass, and all things that belong to house and housekeeping. Then at my farm I have 100 mills kine to the pail, 6 score fat oxen standing in the stalls, and all things answerable to this portion. Myself instruct in years, I must confess, and if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If whilst I live, she will be only mine.
That only came well in. Sir, list to me. I am my father's son and only heir. If I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll give her houses 3 or 4 as good within rich Pisa walls as any one old Signor Gremio hath in Padua. Besides, 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all which shall be her jointure. What? Have I pinched you, Signor Gremio?
I must confess your offer is the best. And let your father make her the assurance she is your own. Else, you must pardon me, if you should die before him, where's her dower?
Oh, that's but a cavil. He is old, I young.
But may not young men die as well as old?
Well, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know, my daughter Catherine is to be married. Oh. Now on the Sunday following shall Bianca be bride to you if you make this assurance. If not, to Signor Gremio.
Oh, Signor Baptista.
And so I take my leave.
No, neighbor. Signor, but I will.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now I fear thee not, sirrah, young gamester. Thy father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waning age set foot under thy table. Ah! A toy! An old Italian fox is not so kind, my boy.
A vengeance on your crafty, withered hide.
Fiddler, forbear. You grow too forward, sir. Have you so soon forgot the entertainment her sister Catherine welcomed you withal?
But wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass that never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained. Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies or his usual pain? Then give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Sirrah, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here sit we down. Take you your instrument, play you the whiles. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You leave his lecture when I am in tune.
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibat simois, hic est segea tellus, hic steterat priami regia celsa senis.
Construe them.
Oh. Hic ibat, as I told you before, simois, I am Lucentio. Hic est, son unto Vincentio of Pisa. Segea tellus, disguised thus, to get your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami is my man Tranio. Regia, bearing my part, Celsa senis, that we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Madam, my instrument's in tune.
Let's hear. Why, the treble jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibat simois. I know you not. Hic est segea tellus. I trust you not. Hic steterat.
Steterat.
Steterat. Take heed he heareth not. Aurelia. Presume not. Celsa senis. Despair not.
Oh, madam, 'tis now in tune.
All but the bass.
The bass is right. 'Tis the bass knave that jars. Now for my life the knave doth court my love.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not. For sure, Aeacides was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
I must believe my master, else I promise you I should be arguing still upon that doubt. But let it rest. And now, Licio, to you. Oh, good master, take it not unkindly, pray, that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk and give me leave a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
Are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait and watch withal. For but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madam, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with rudiments of art and teach you gamut. of a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than hath been taught by any of my trade. And here it is in writing, fairly drawn.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Yet, read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut.
I am the ground of all accord.
Ray?
To plead Hortensio's passion.
Me?
Sweet Bianca, take him for thy lord.
Faust.
That loves with all affection.
Soul Ray.
One clef, two notes have I.
Mommy.
Show pity or I die. I'll die, 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 I'll die.
Call you this gamut? Tut, I like it not. Old fashions please me best. I'm not so nice to change true rules for odd inventions.
Mistress, your father prayed that you leave your books and help to dress your sister's chambers up. You know tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, spit masters both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, and I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Methinks he looks as though he were in love. But if, Bianca, once I find thee ranging, Hortensio will be quit with thee by changing.
Signor Lucentio! This is the appointed day that Catherine and Petruchio should be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart unto a mad-brained Rudesby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told thee he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests in blunt behavior, and to be noted for a merry man. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make friends, invite, proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Catherine and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her. Oh.
Go, girl. I cannot blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint. Much more a shrew of thy impatient humor.
Master! News! Old news, and such news as you have never heard of.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear of Petruchio's coming?
Hey! Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
Hey! When will he be here?
Why, when he stands where I am and sees you there.
But say what to thine old news?
Why, Petruchio is coming! Hey! In a new hat, in an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that had been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, with 2 broken points, and a rusty old sword taken from the town armory with a broken hilt and chapless, his horse hipped with a mothy old saddle and stirrups of no kindred besides. Possessed with the glanders and like to mosey in the chine. Ooh,
Troubled with the lamb pass, infected with the fashions, full of wind gulls, sped with spavins, rayed with the yellows, past cure of the fives, stark spoiled with the staggers, been on with the bots, swayed in the back and shoulder shot and near leg before, and with a half-checked bit and a headstall of sheep's leather, which being restrained to keep him from stumbling hath been often burst, and now repaired with knots, one girl 6 times pieced, and a woman's crupper of allure which hath 2 letters for her name fairly set down in studs, and here and there pieced with pack thread.
'Tis some odd humor pricks him to this fashion.
I am glad he comes, howsoever he comes.
Why, sir, he comes not.
Didst thou not say he comes?
Who, that Petruchio came?
Aye, that Petruchio came.
No, sir, I said his horse comes with him on his back.
That's all one.
Where be these gallants who's at home?
Oh, sir, you are welcome.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you halt not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better I should rush in thus? But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown. And wherefore gaze this goodly company as if they saw some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Sir, you know this is your wedding day. First we were sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder that you come so unprovided. I doff this habit, shame to your estate, and eyesore to our solemn festival.
And tell us what occasion of import hath so long detained you and sent you hither so unlike yourself.
Tedious it were to tell and harsh to hear. Suffice it I am come to keep my word. But where is Kate? I stay too long from her. The morning wears. 'Tis time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unreverend robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
God's sooth, even thus, therefore I've done with words. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. Could I repair what she will wear in me as I can change these poor accoutrements, 'twere well for Kate and better for myself. But what a fool I am to chat with you when I should bid good morrow to my bride and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
Now to Bianca's love. We'll o'erreach the greybeard Gremio, the narrow-prying Father Miller, the quaint musician Amadis Licio, all for my master's sake, Lucentio! Gremio! Came you from the church?
As willingly as e'er I came from school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
Bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Curster than she? Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil. A devil?
The devil's down.
She's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell thee, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Catherine should be his wife, "Aye, by God's wounds," quoth he, and swore so loud that all amazed the priest let fall the book. And as he stooped again to take it up, this mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell priest and book and priest. "Now take them up," quoth he, "if any list."
What said the wench?
She trembled and shook, for why? He stamped and swore as if the vicar meant to cozen him. But after many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. "A health," quoth he, as if he had been aboard carousing with his mate after a storm, quaffed off the muscatel and threw the sops all in the sexton's face. This being done, he took the bride about the neck and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church did echo. I, seeing this, came thence for very shame, and after me I know the rout is coming. Such a mad marriage never was before.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today and have prepared great store of wedding cheer, but so it is my haste doth call me hence, and therefore here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today before night come. Make it no wonder if you knew my business, you'd entreat me rather go than stay. And honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, and drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, but yet stay not, entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Romeo, my horse!
I saw them already.
Nay, then, do what thou canst. I will not go today, no, nor tomorrow, not till I please myself. The door is open, so there lies your way. You may be jogging whilst your boots are green. For me, I'll not be gone till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom that takes it on you at the first so roundly.
Oh, Kate, content thee, prithee be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to say? Father, be quiet. He will stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir, now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. Now I see. A woman may be made a fool if she hath not the spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast, revel and domineer, carouse full measure to her maidenhead, be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She's my goods, my chattel, she's my house, my household stuff, my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything, and here she stands. Touch her, whoever dare. I'll bring mine action on the proudest he that stops my way in Padua. Romeo, draw forth thy weapon, we'll be set with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Lord, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee, Kate. I'll buckler thee against a million.
Couple of quiet ones.
Was ever man so beaten? Was ever man so rayed? Was ever man so weary? Well, I am come before to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Where's the cook? The supper ready? The house trimmed? Rushes strewed, cobwebs swept, the serving men and the new fusty in their white stockings, and every officer his wedding garment on? Nathaniel! Yes, sir. Does it? Yes, sir. Nicholas, fill up all 6 now and the rest.
Welcome home, Grumio.
How now, Grumio?
What, Grumio? Hello, Grumio.
Welcome, you. How now, you? What, you?
Hello, you.
Now, my spruce companions, is all ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
Even at hand, lighted by this, therefore be not. Passion! Silence! I hear my master coming.
Where be these knaves? What? No Matador, to hold my stirrup, not to take my horse. Where is Nathaniel Gregory Phillip? Here, sir, here, sir, here, sir. You logger-headed and unpolished grooms. What? No attendance, no regard, no duty? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain, you horse and malt horse drudge, did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee? Go, rascals, go and fetch my supper in. Where is the life that late I led? Where are those? Sit down, Kate, and welcome food. Food. Why, when I say nay, good sweet Kate, be merry, off with my boots, you rogues, you villains. When? It was the friar of orders. Ouch! You rogue, you pluck my foot awry, take that! Then the plucking of the other, be merry, Kate, some water here, what ho! Come, Kate, and wash, and welcome heartily. You horse and villain, will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
A horse or beetle-headed, flabby knave! Come, Kate. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate? Or else shall I? What's this, mutton? Tis burnt. What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? Now durst you villains bring it from the dresser and serve it thus to me that love it not? There, take it, treacherous cut!
So disquiet? The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it. Be patient, tomorrow it shall be mended. And for tonight, we'll fast for company. Come, Kate, I will bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
Peter just never see the light.
Kills her in her own humor.
What is he? In her chamber, making a sermon of continency to her.
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is sharp and passing empty, and till she stoop, she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lure. Another way I have to man my haggard, to make her come and know her keeper's call, and that is to watch her as we watch these kites that bait and beat and will not be obedient. She eat no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed. And here I'll throw the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, another way the sheets. Aye, and amid this hurly, I intend that all is done in reverent care of her. And in conclusion, she shall watch all night. And if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with the clamor keep her still awake. This is the way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that better knows how to tame a shrew. Now let him speak. "'Tis charity to show.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
What master read you?
I read that I profess the art of love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art?
While you, sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Unconstant womankind.
I tell thee, Licio, this is wonderful.
I am not Licio, no, sir, that I am called Hortensio. I will be married to a wealthy widow. I do, Lord, swear her as one unworthy all the former favors that I have fondly flattered her withal. Fie on her!
Master! master.
Oh, I have watched so long that I am dog-weary, but at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill will serve our turn.
What is he, Biendello?
Oh, master, a pedant or a mercatante? I know not what, but formal in apparel, and gait and countenance surely like a father.
What of him, Tranio?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to imitate your father Vincentio and give assurance to your father as if he were the right Vincentio. Take in your love, then let me alone.
God save you, sir.
And you, sir. You are welcome. Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
Sir, at the farthest for a week or two.
What countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Of Mantua? Mantua? Oh, marry God forbid! And come to Padua careless of your life?
Careless of your life?
My life, sir? How, I pray?
'Tis death for anyone in Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? The Duke hath published and proclaimed it openly.
Alas, sir, oh, the worse for me.
First, tell me, sir, have you ever been at Pisa?
Aye, sir, in Pisa have I often been.
Know you one Vincentio?
I know him not, but I have heard of him.
He is my father, sir, and sooth to say, in countenance, somewhat doth resemble you.
As much as an apple doth an oyster.
To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake. My father's name and credit shall you undertake, and in my house you shall be friendly lodged. You understand me, sir? So shall you stay till you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept it.
Oh, sir, I do, and will repute you ever the patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me to make the matter good.
Now is the winter of our discontent.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door upon entreaty have a present arms. If not elsewhere, they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking, with brawling fed. And that, which spites me more than all these wants, he does it under name of perfect love. As who should say, if I should eat or sleep to a deadly sickness or else present death. I prithee go and get me some repast. I cannot walk, so it be all
Well, what say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
Why, both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why, then, the mustard without the beef. Eh?
Oh, get thee gone, thou false deluded flame, that makes me with the very name of me. A sorrow I need all the pack of you that triumph thus upon my misery. Go, get thee gone, I say.
How fares my Kate? What, sweeting? All a mort?
Faith as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits, look cheerfully upon me. Dear love, thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat myself and bring it thee. I am sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. What? Not a word? Nay, then thou lovest it not, and all my pains are sorted to no proof. Here, Sirrah, take away this dish.
But prithee let it stand.
The poorest service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Much good doeth thy gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, will we return unto thy fathers and revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things, with scarves and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What, hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth the gown. What news with you, sir?
Here is the cap your worship did bespeak.
This was molded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fie, fie. 'Tis a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away with it, come. Let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you should have one too, not before.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me say my mind, and if you cannot best, you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, else my heart concealing it will break, and rather than a child, I will be free, even to the uttermost, as I please in word.
Why, thou sayest true, it is a paltry cap, a custard coffin, a bauble, a silken pie. I love thee well that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like that cap.
Yes.
And it I will have, or I will have none.
Thy gown, why, I, tailor, come, let's see it. Oh, mercy God. What masking stuff is here? What is this? A sleeve? 'Tis like a demi-cannon. What, up and down, carved like an apple tart? Here, snip and nip and cut and slish and slash like to a censer in a barber shop. Why, what the devil's name, tailor, callest thou this?
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and the time.
Marian did, but if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time. I'll none of it, hence, make your best of it.
I never saw a better fashioned gown, more quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance. Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard, 3/4, half-yard, quarter nail. Away thou flee, thou knit, thou winter cricket, thou. I tell thee, I, that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship, it's esteemed. The gown is made just as my master has direction. Grumio gave order how it should be done. I am for thee straight. Take thou thy bill, give me thy meteor, and spare not me.
See the tailor paid. Go take it hence. Away, I say. Commend me to your master. Well, come, my Kate, we will unto your fathers, even in these honest mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. For 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. And as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so honor peereth in the meanest habits. What? Is the jay more precious than the lark because his feathers are more beautiful? Or is the adder better than the eel because his painted skin contents the eye? Oh, no. Neither art thou the worse for this poor furniture and mean array. If thou count'st it shame, lay it on me. And therefore, frolic. We will henceforth to feast and sport us at thy father's house. Go, call my men, and let us straight to him, and bring our horses unto Long Lane's end. There we will mount, and thither walk on foot. Let's see. I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and well we may come there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2. And 'twill be supper time ere we come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse.
No, but
look,
the time is...
what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing
But
it.
I know
Sirs, let alone, I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock? I say it is.
this gallant will command the sun.
This is the house. Please it you that I call.
Aye, what else? But I be deceived. Signor Baptista may remember me.
'Tis best you hold your tongue. In any case, with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you.
Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Father, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray you, stand good father to me now. Give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft, son. I am content in a good father's care to have him matched. And if you please to like no worse than I, upon some agreement, me shall you find ready and willing with one consent to have him so bestowed.
Sir, your plainness and your shortness please me well. Cambio, hie you home and bid Bianca make her ready straight. Tell her how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the gods she may with all my heart. Hap what hap may, I'll roundly go about her. It shall go hard if Cambio live without her.
Come on, in God's name, once more toward our father. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon, the sun. It's not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go on and fetch our horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
I say as he says, we shall never go.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far, and be it moon or sun or what you will. And if it please you, call it our rush candle. Henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say, it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then thou liest, it is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even with your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is. And so it shall be so. For Catherine.
Well, forward. Forward. Thus the bowl should run, and not unluckily against the bias. But soft! Company is coming hither. Good morrow, gentle mistress, where away? Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman, such war of white and red within her cheeks? What stars to spangle heaven with such beauty as those two eyes become that heavenly face? Fair lovely maid, once more, good morrow, embrace her, sweet Catherine, for her beauty's sake.
Young, budding virgin. Fair and fresh and sweet, whither away? Or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child. Happier still the man whom favorable stars allots thee for his lovely bedfellow.
How now, Kate, I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered, not a woman, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled by the sun. That everything I look on seemeth green. Now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon, I prithee, my mad mistaking.
Do, good old grandsire, and withal make known which way thou travellest.
Fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, my name is called Vincentio, and bound I am to Padua. There to visit a son of mine who long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily met. The happier for thy son, the sister to my wife. This gentlewoman, thy son by this hath married.
Oh.
Come, let me embrace with old Vincentio, and wander we to see thy honest son, who will of thy arrival be full joyous. Come, go along and see the truth hereof.
Softly and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biondello, therefore leave us.
Nay, Faith, I'll see the church at your back. Then I'll come back to my masters as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio comes not all this while.
Sir, here's the door. This is Lucentio's house, and here I leave you, sir.
You shall not choose but drink before you go. I think I shall command your welcome here, and by all likelihood some cheer is toward.
They're busy within. You were best knock louder.
What's he that knocks as he would beat down the gate?
Is Signor Lucentio within, sir?
He's within, sir, but not to be spoken withal.
Do you hear, sir? To leave frivolous circumstance, I pray you tell Signor Lucentio that his father is come from Pisa, here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest! His father is come from Padua. Oh, my. Padua! And is here looking out the window.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir, so his mother says, if I may believe her.
How now, gentlemen? This is flat knavery to take upon you another man's name.
Lay hold of that villain. I believe he means to cousin somebody in this city under my countenance.
I've seen them in the church together. God send him good shipping. But who is here? Mine old master Vincentio! Now we run down and brought to nothing.
Come hither, crack him.
I hope I may choose, sir.
Come hither, you rogue. What? Have you forgot me?
Forgot you, sir? Why, no, sir, I could not forget you, for I never saw you before in all my life.
Oh, notorious villain! Didst thou never see thy master's father, Vincentio?
What? My own worshipful old master? Why, yes, merry sir. See where he looks out the window.
Oh, is it so indeed?
Help! 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 Here's a madman will murder me!
What are you, sir, that offers to beat my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh, immortal gods, a fine villain, a silken doublet, a velvet hose, a scarlet cloak, and a coppertane hat. While I play the good husband at home, my son and his servants spend all at the university.
How now? What's the matter?
What? Is the man lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you to be a madman.
Away, away, mad ass. This is Lucentio, and he is mine only son and heir to the lands of me, Signor Vincentio.
Vincentio. Oh, he hath murdered his master. Lay hands upon him.
Call forth an officer.
Ossifer!
Carry this mad knave to the jail. Father Baptista, I charge you, see that it be forthcoming.
Carry me to the jail.
Oh, we are spoiled. Shh! Yonder he is. Deny him, forswear him, or else we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father.
Lives, my sweet son.
Pardon, dear father.
How hast thou offended? Where is Lucentio?
Here's Lucentio, right son to the right Vincentio, that have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eyne.
Here's packing with a witness to deceive us all.
Where's that damn villain Tranio that faced me and braved me in this matter so?
Why, tell me, is not this my Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in the town. And happily I have arrived at the last, unto the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to, and pardon him, sweet father, for my sake.
I'll slit the villain's nose that would have sent me to the jail.
Do you hear, sir? Have you married my daughter without asking my goodwill?
Go to, Signor Baptista, we will content you. Go to. But I'll in to be revenged for this villainy.
And I to sound the depth of this knavery.
Look not pale, Bianca, thy father will not frown.
Oh, my cake is dough. But I'll in among the rest, out of all hope but my share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow and see the end of this ado.
First, kiss me, Kate. And we will.
What, in the midst of the street?
What, art thou ashamed of me?
Oh, no, God forbid, but ashamed to kiss.
Why, then let's home again. Come, Sirrah, let's away.
Nay, then. I will give thee a kiss. Now, prithee, love, stay.
Is not this well? Come, my sweet Kate. Better once than never. For never. Too late.
Though long, our jarring notes agree, and time it is when raging war is done to smile at scapes and perils overblown. My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome while I with self-same kindness welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, Sister Katharina, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow, feast with the best and welcome to my house. My banquet is to close our stomachs up after our great good cheer. Pray you, sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, Petruchio, I would that word were true.
Now for my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, what mean you by that? Thus I conceive by him.
Conceives by me? How likes Hortensio then?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Very well mended. Kiss him for that, good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you, what mean you by that? Your husband, being troubled by a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. And now you know my meaning? A very mean meaning. Right. I mean you. And I am mean indeed, respecting you.
You are Kate! 100 marks, my Kate doth put it down.
That's my office.
Spoke like an officer, have to thee, lad.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let's each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife is most obedient to come at first when he doth send for her, shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content, what's the wager?
20 crowns?
20 crowns? I'll venture so much of my hawk or my hounds, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Biendello, bid your mistress come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half. Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and she cannot come.
How she's busy and she cannot come? Is that an answer?
Aye, sir, and a kind one. Pray God your wife sends you not a worse.
I hope better.
Sarah Biendello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat her, nay, then she needs must come.
I am afraid, sir, do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse. She will not come. Oh, vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sirach Romeo! Go to your mistress. Say, I command her come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The foul of fortune mine, and there an end.
Now, by my halidom, here comes Katharina.
What is your will, sir, that you send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. If they deny to come, swinge me them soundly forth unto their husbands. Away, I say, and fetch them hither straight.
Here is a wonder if you talk of a wonder.
I wonder what it bodes.
Married peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life. And to be short, but not that sweet and happy.
Now fair befall thee, good Petruchio. The wager thou hast won, and I will add unto their losses 20,000 crowns, another dowry to another daughter, for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet and show more sign of her obedience, her new-built virtue and obedience. See where she comes and brings your froward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Catherine, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with the bauble. Throw it underfoot.
Oh, Lord, may I never have a cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
Why, would a foolish duty call you this?
I would your duty were as foolish, too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 500 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duties they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall.
And first, begin with her.
Fie, fie. Unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty as frost do bite the meads, confounds thy fame as whirlwinds shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill seeming, thick bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one who cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labors both by land and sea, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, while thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as the subject owes the prince, even such a woman oweth to her husband. And when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul, contending rebel and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway, when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world, but that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, you forward and unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great, my reason haply more. To bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, that seeming to be most which we indeed least are. Then veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hand beneath your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come on. And kiss me, Kate.
Well, go thy ways, old man, but I shall tavern.
'Tis a good hearing when children are toward.
But a harsh hearing when women are froward.
Come, Kate. Wheel to bed. We three are married, but you two are sped. 'Twas I won the wager, though you hit the white. And being a winner, God give you good night.